As the woman remained at the counter, my heart raced with anxiety. The air was thick with an almost tangible tension. Even though I tried to continue with my tasks, the woman's presence seemed to drain all the energy from the room. Her pale figure, with its impassive face, seemed entirely out of place in that usually lively and bustling environment. Her eyes, opaque and empty, stared at me without showing any emotion. The foul odor she emitted grew increasingly overwhelming, as if something decayed was lurking nearby. I felt trapped in a sort of trance, unable to look away from her unsettling figure. The woman said nothing, and her movements were slow and awkward, as if she were wading through thick fog. When I tried to speak to her, my words seemed to vanish into the air. "Can I help you with something?" I asked, my voice trembling slightly. She didn't respond. The feeling of unease grew, and despite my efforts to remain calm, a cold sweat formed on the back of my neck. My mind raced with terrifying thoughts about what might be happening. The woman seemed almost ethereal, as if her presence defied the laws of reality. Finally, she turned around and began to walk toward the exit. Her steps were slow and heavy, and the silence surrounding her only intensified the sense that something very strange had occurred. Although I tried not to let panic take over, the atmosphere in the restaurant had shifted dramatically. All I could do, as the woman moved towards the exit, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was profoundly wrong. Her presence was unsettling, and the way she moved, almost gliding rather than walking, added to the eerie atmosphere. I immediately called my supervisor to report the strange incident. When he arrived, he took one look at the security footage, which showed the woman entering and leaving, but offered no additional clues. He seemed equally perplexed, his face reflecting the same mixture of concern and confusion that I felt. We both agreed that the situation was too strange to ignore. The security footage, while showing her arrival and departure, didn't explain her disturbing presence or the foul odor she left behind. It was as if the video only captured the surface of something much deeper and more unsettling. We decided to review the footage from different angles, hoping to catch something we might have missed. Despite our efforts, the woman's appearance on camera was as cryptic as her behavior had been in person. The footage revealed nothing unusual beyond her strange demeanor and sudden departure. The sense of dread that lingered after her visit left a palpable mark on the restaurant. In the following days, the incident became a topic of discussion among the staff. Some thought it was a prank, while others were convinced that something supernatural was at play. The uncertainty and fear surrounding the event grew with each retelling. We were left with more questions than answers, and the eerie presence of that woman became a lingering shadow over our once familiar night shifts. The next day, we reported the incident to the local authorities. They arrived promptly to investigate, but were met with the same confusing evidence we had. A solitary security footage clip showing the woman entering and leaving the restaurant without any clear explanation. The officers interviewed us and took a detailed report, but their skepticism was evident. They seemed to dismiss the situation as a possible prank or a case of someone in distress who wandered in by mistake. Despite their efforts, the investigation turned up no additional leads. The authorities conducted a thorough check of the area around the Burger King, but found no signs of unusual activity or any clues that could explain the woman's disturbing presence. The mystery remained unsolved, and the case was eventually closed as a non-criminal incident. Our sense of unease didn't fade, and the event became a haunting memory for everyone who witnessed it. The restaurant staff continued to talk about the night the woman appeared, sharing theories and speculations about her identity and motives. Some believed she might have been a lost soul or someone in need of help, while others thought there could be a more sinister explanation. As time passed, the memory of that night lingered in the back of our minds. The Burger King, once a place of routine and familiarity, had become a backdrop for a chilling story that we could never fully understand. The woman's visit left an indelible mark on our night shifts, reminding us of the thin line between the mundane and the supernatural. The unsettling presence of the woman had a lasting impact on the Burger King staff. Each shift brought with it a heightened sense of vigilance and apprehension. We couldn't shake the feeling that something might happen again, that the eerie episode might repeat itself, or that another unsettling figure might appear. Conversations among the staff were tinged with fear and speculation. We shared our theories about who or what the woman could have been, ranging from supernatural entities to people with severe psychological issues. The mystery surrounding her presence became a dark legend among us, a story that was told and retold with increasing detail and drama. The atmosphere in the restaurant had permanently changed. Even during the busiest hours, there was an underlying tension, a reminder of the night that had turned our routine into a ghost story. The sight of an empty restaurant at night was no longer just a normal part of the job. It was a reminder of that unnerving encounter. Despite the passing of time, the memory of that woman and the strange circumstances of her visit remained vivid. Her visit had transformed our night shifts from a simple job into a constant reminder of the unknown and the unsettling. We learned to live with the shadow of that night, always wondering if the ordinary was ever truly safe from the inexplicable.